Okay, let's talk about exercise. We hear about it all the time, right? But are we even focusing on the right stuff? It's so easy to get sucked into this world of, gym selfies and counting every single calorie. So, in this explainer, we're going to totally reframe that. We're going to dig into what physical activity is really all about and find its true, much deeper purpose in our lives. So, let's just kick things off with a big question. Just think about this for a second. What if the real, game-changing benefits of exercise, what if they have absolutely nothing to do with what you see in the mirror or the number on a scale? What if it's all about how you feel? Your energy, your mood, your focus. That's the idea we're going to dive into. All right, so first up, we're going beyond the obvious. We're going to push past those really common and, let's be honest, kind of narrow ideas about exercise. It's time to completely redefine our relationship with just moving. I mean, let's be real. For so many of us, this is what exercise feels like, doesn't it? It feels like a chore, or worse, like punishment for something we ate. And when that's the only way we see it, just as a tool to change how we look, it's no wonder it feels like this constant, exhausting uphill battle. But what if we just flipped that script entirely? What if we started thinking of physical activity not as some tool, but as the actual foundation of a vibrant, healthy life? It's literally the cornerstone that holds everything else up: our mental health, our energy levels, our ability to just go out and live. Okay, so let's start building on that foundation. We're going to begin with the physical machine itself, your body, and really get into why movement is the most essential maintenance you can possibly give it. And this is what's so cool. These benefits are just so fundamental. We're not talking about how you look in a bathing suit here. We're talking about the engine that runs your entire life. I mean, think about it. Regular movement makes your heart stronger, a way more efficient pump. It gets your circulation going, pushing all that good stuff like oxygen and nutrients to every single cell. It builds up your bone density, making them tougher. It fights off that muscle loss we all deal with as we get older. And hey, it even gives your immune system a serious kick. This is literally the daily tune-up your body was built for. And this gets at one of the weirdest but coolest paradoxes about our bodies. You'd think, right, that if you use up energy, you'd have less energy. But it's the complete opposite. When you ask your body to do work, you're actually training it. You're training those little power plants inside your cells to get way more efficient at making energy. That's the secret. That's why people who move regularly almost always feel more energized, not totally wiped out. Okay, now for what I think is maybe the most powerful piece of this entire puzzle: the mental boost. That immediate, fast-acting reward you get straight to your brain. This is where you really start to feel the magic happen. So that feel-good thing you get after a workout, the science behind it is just awesome. Basically, when you start moving, your brain kind of thinks you're in a stressful situation, like you're fighting or running away. So it releases these things called endorphins to act like a natural painkiller. But here's the kicker. That same chemical creates this amazing feeling of well-being, almost euphoria. It's like your body's own built-in mood booster and stress buster. It's a powerful, all-natural antidote for, all the craziness of modern life.
And it all happens like this perfect, simple chain reaction. Look, step one, you just start moving. It could be a walk, some dancing, literally anything. Step two, your brain immediately goes, okay, time to release the good stuff. Endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, the whole cocktail. And the result? You can almost feel the stress and anxiety just melting away. That brain fog we all get, it starts to lift and bam, your focus is back. It's a direct, immediate software update for your brain.
So we've talked about the body and we've talked about the brain, but it doesn't even stop there. This is where it gets really good, because that one decision to move creates this positive ripple effect that seriously upgrades your entire day. Yeah, this really shows what I'm talking about, the whole ripple effect idea. See, the main takeaway here isn't about the 30 minutes or an hour you spend moving. It's about how that time totally transforms the other 23 and a half hours of your day. It's wild. This one simple habit impacts your energy, your focus, even the kinds of foods you crave, and maybe most importantly, how well you sleep at night. And let's zoom in on that sleep thing for a sec, because it's huge. It's not just about making you tired so you can crash. It's way smarter than that. Physical activity helps reset your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm. That means you get deeper, more restorative sleep, the kind of sleep where your body and brain can actually repair and recharge. And of course, that just sets you up for an even better, more energized day tomorrow. See the cycle? Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you actually start? How do you make this a real sustainable part of your life, not just some New Year's resolution that fizzles out? Well, the answer is way, way simpler than you probably think.
This is probably the biggest mindset shift you can make. Just forget the all or nothing trap. It is not about destroying yourself with grueling workouts or spending hours and hours at the gym. The one word that matters more than anything else: consistency. A simple daily walk that you actually do is a million times better than that insane workout you always skip. A fun dance class you look forward to, that will always win against some exercise you dread. The whole key is just finding something simple and regular that you can actually stick with. And honestly, if you take away only one thing from this, let it be this. Ready? The goal is not perfection. It is not about becoming some kind of elite athlete. The goal is just movement. That's it, movement. That right there, that's the win. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. Don't worry about next month or even next week. Just think about tomorrow. What's one tiny, simple movement you can add to your day? Just one. Because that single step, well, that's the cornerstone of everything else we just talked about.